Hello, how are you? So today I want to talk about personal development and how we can improve our lives and how we as humans have a need and a want to improve our lives, and that's not a bad thing. Oh, the cat's trying to get the tulips. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Rosanna. I am the founder of Design Your Legacy. I'm the host of the podcast and YouTube channel. I want to help you live your best life because anything you can think of is entirely possible, and we're not told that in society. We're not really told, go out and get what you want, you can achieve anything. We might have some support systems in our life who say that to us, but we don't, that's not the kind of, when you switch on the TV, that's not the general marketing strategy for that we're being sold. So anyway, I'm also the founder of fine jewellery company Rosanna Croft Jewellery, where we create pieces of fine jewellery that will be passed down through generations, and they carry a legacy and they tell a story, and it's just really magical. I believe that we all leave a legacy, and we're in charge of that legacy. We are in control of the life that we want to leave, life that we want to lead, and the legacy that we want to leave behind. So personal development, I've been thinking about this because Bob Proctor died last week, and that's really sad. I don't really get touched by celebrities passing because I've never really had a huge connection to them, but Bob Proctor actually played a big part in my personal development journey. So he was a big contributor to The Secret, which was the first, maybe not the first personal development book that I read, but the first book about law of attraction and metaphysics. And The Secret's also a film. It's on Netflix, which you can watch. I had a look and I think they're taking it off, but if you watch this before March, it's available to watch. So Bob Proctor had a huge part in playing this. He's a huge part in writing this. He's also written tens of other books that are really, really helpful. Can't believe I've actually never read any of them, but I've been, there are so many books to read and so little time. So anyway, it got me thinking about personal development, and I rewatched The Secret because I wanted to see. I watched it 5 years ago, and I've got it on DVD. What's a DVD? I watched it 5 years ago for the first time and read the book, and I thought, how far have I come in that time? So I was doing a bit of reflection, and I think it's always good to reflect on where we have, where we've come from. And so I was reflecting, and I thought, every day that I have lived has prepared me for today. Every day that you have lived up until now has prepared you to get through today. And if you want a better life tomorrow, you're going to have to start preparing for that today. And to me, that's what personal development is. We all, as humans, have a need to grow, and it is a human need. The 6 human needs are love, connection, growth, contribution, significance, certainty, uncertainty, and I forget. I think that was 6 or 7 anyway. Anyway, we have these needs that we need to live a fulfilled and happy life. And Tony Robbins talks about this, another personal development guru of mine. So we all have these needs, and in order to live a fulfilled life, we need to grow, and personal development helps us grow. It helps us grow in different areas of our life, like our body, our mind, and our spirit. The 3 areas that have been spoken about for thousands of years. So I was thinking about this, and and then last year I had faced the biggest challenge of my life with breast cancer, and I was reflecting on how personal development helped me beat breast cancer. And I spoke about this in my video the other week about how I beat cancer, but it's just thinking about personal development more as a whole, because I'm so passionate about it, and I don't I struggle to understand why not everybody is, and that's okay. I have to let that go. I can't help everybody, but maybe if you're watching this video and you don't know where to start with personal development, or you're on the edge, or you just need another kick up the arse to keep going, then let that be it. Like, if I can help one person with this video, then that is absolutely, I'm over the moon, because personal development is something that has been at the forefront of my life for so long, and I believe it's helped in the success of my company. I believe it's helped in the success of my podcast. It's helped in the success of me stopping living this miserable life. Like, when I started personal development, I was miserable. I was really struggling, you know, like they say about the duck, it's calm on top, legs going like this under the water. That was me. I was trying to get my business to work. Like, I'd opened a shop in Derbyshire. Like, I was struggling financially. I was in a toxic and abusive relationship, and I would get up at 4 a.m. So he would leave for work at 7. I would get up at 4 a.m. so I would be doing my personal development, my meditation, my whatever, and then I'd go for a rut, and then by the time he would get up, I would have done all of that, so I wouldn't be judged, because he used to tell me I was like, oh, like he thought I was crazy. Anyway, maybe I am. So I would get up, and then he would go to work at like 6:30, and I would go, but I'd make sure that I was out doing my exercise while he was at work. So we'd avoid each other in the morning. Like, that's how toxic the relationship was. I would get up at 4 a.m. to avoid him. I don't even know why I moved in with him. But anyway, you know, personal development has helped me get through that, because it's helped me realize that I deserve a better life, and that I can lead a better life and live a better life. If you told me 5 years ago that I'd be living in this swish, gorgeous pad in central London, running a really successful jewellery company, hosting an amazing podcast, and like starting a coaching business, and writing a book, and speaking in front of audiences, I wouldn't have believed you. I would have been like, well, yes, I'd like to do that, but that's not possible for me. Whereas now I know it's completely possible, because I reflected and did this, you know, and just thanks to personal development. So like my body, and I'm going to split it into 3, and we're going to talk about, like, so how to develop your body, and I think that, you know, that's kind of really self-explanatory. I think it's fitness, health, like keeping yourself healthy, researching what makes you healthy, fitness, what exercises do you like? Not everybody likes exercise, and I get it. Like, exercise is hard until you get into it. And I hated exercise until I got to a point where I loved it so much. One of the hardest things about my cancer journey was that I couldn't exercise, because I knew the benefits that my mind, my body, and my spirit got from it. So exercise, I think, is a really obvious one. I do things like running, I do yoga. I have started dancing, but not like proper dancing, just dancing in my kitchen. I really enjoy it while I'm making my morning coffee. Just things to get your body moving and kind of get keep your cells like living in vitality. It's also really important with your body to be hold awareness. So I think a lot of our physical ailments, diseases, they come from like trapped trauma, trapped emotion, stress. So it's really important to be aware of your body and aware of what you're feeling at any one time. So if you've got pain in your chest, maybe think about just sit and feel it, and ask it, like, what are you trying to tell me? When I had pain in my breast for breast cancer, my friend said you should talk to your breasts and say, like, come on, what's up? And maybe I did have the conversation with my breasts. I went to the doctor, and I got it looked at, because I knew it was pain and I knew it shouldn't be. So something in me knew that I had to take a step, and because I was listening to the pain that was there, without my intuition and without being aware of my body, I would never have known, and the cancer would have, we wouldn't be talking stage 1 cancer. We would be talking, further. So being aware of your body, I think, is really important, and not just and don't just say, oh, I've got this pain, I'm going to go to the doctor, get a pill and fix it. I do believe that it is worth looking into your mind and your emotions as to where that pain is coming from, and that all comes with time, because I wouldn't have done that 5 years ago, and I'm still not even really scratched the surface of it. I don't believe I've got a long way to go. But then yes, so your mind, to develop your mind, again, pretty obvious. You can do it with books. You can read, if you've not read it, I recommend reading The Secret, because it is if you don't know much about the law of attraction, it's a really good starting point. It's a great book to start with. So anyway, mind, read books, listen to what your mind says. You can learn a lot from the chatter that you hear every day. You can learn a lot about where your limited beliefs are. You can learn a lot about, the kind of story that you tell yourself. I've uncovered so many stories by listening to what my ego and my inner chatter talks about. So it's obsessed with not being good enough is one of them, and that is, that comes from inner child stuff, it comes from ex-boyfriend stuff, it comes from leaving school early, not believing that I was educated enough. We have all sorts, and I only know that because I've looked into it. I also have started doing some inner child healing, so sitting with my inner child and just sending her love, and just, as cheesy as it sounds, I just sit and I send her love, and I say, I just sit and go, I love you, and I feel at ease, and it does really change. It changes mind, body, and spirit, because it changes mind in that I'm addressing unseen traumas, unseen emotions, my little girl she wants to be seen by me. I am healing my spirit, because that is past relationship stuff, that is past trauma. It needs healing, it needs looking at, and my body is not holding the trauma anymore, so it's releasing, and all of it is releasing and improving. So that's a nice example of kind of a wholesome personal development, mind, body, soul healing. It is important to listen to your mind and learn and keep learning and keep growing, and have those desires, have those goals. Maybe don't become attached to them, because it's not always the goal that we want, it's the feeling that the goal gives us. We're after a feeling. We're all generally after happiness, and love and connection and fulfilled life. And then we have your soul and your spirit, and I believe, not everybody believes in spirit. Not everybody's spiritual. We have there are other areas of personal development. I am very spiritual. I think soul also is relationships and love, and again, we also have a human need for love and connection. And so to help develop your soul, you could develop your relationships and how you feel about. I would start with how you feel about yourself and the love that you feel for yourself. I think that is the most important thing, and watch the other relationships around you bloom, because you feel so much better about yourself. Now, if you want to go a bit further into the spiritual side of it, some believe that everybody outside of us is a reflection of us and how we're feeling. Maybe it's a reflection of our best friend could be a reflection of the parts of us that we admire. A toxic relationship could be a reflection of the parts of us that we don't want to see and that we don't like about ourselves, and that maybe we want to improve. That's certainly, when I look back, that's certainly been the case with some of my relationships. It's really opened my eyes to parts of me that I needed to heal. And then with soul and spirit as well, it's really nice to remember that we are all infinite beings, and that we are a spirit maybe having a human experience. And I, for one, love that belief, because it just feels so, it just makes life so magical to think that there's so much more. And if we're just in a game, like this human experience that we're having is a game, it's an adventure, it's just we're just here for a little while, maybe 100 years, and then we're gonna go on to something else that, you know, is probably bliss. and maybe we come back again, and maybe we don't. I obviously don't know, but I do believe that we are all infinite, and that most of the worries that we have as humans, they're not worries that we need to worry about. Again, back to the fight or flight thing I've spoken about in previous videos, but we are not, it's not true. It really exists. It does in our human bodies and our human minds and our egos, but in actual fact, in reality, we're souls, we're light, we are just infinite, beautiful beings, and we're just here to have some fun. And I think that's really freeing. And again, this is something I'm actually only learning since my cancer journey and kind of beyond. Maybe the last year, I have started becoming more and more spiritual as I've learned more about, ironically, as I've learned more about quantum physics. But I do, we are all energy, and that in itself is something that you believe, that you start working around that, and how we're energy, and how our energy creates what we bring into our life. Your life will change, absolutely. So I think that's kind of a quick spin of body, mind and soul, or spirit, or relationships, or love. You know yourself, probably the areas that you want to develop in your life. Maybe you don't feel great in your body, you don't feel the healthiest. I always know when I feel sluggish and when I don't feel healthy, and I then fortunately know how to change it. You might need to seek some help. Listening to your body through to your mind, your intuition through meditation can really help you figure out where you want to change areas of your life. Listening to myself, I know when I'm sluggish, and I know when I need to change my body, and I know when I not change my body, but just do something to help improve my health. The more that you listen, the more you get drawn to different things. So it might be a book that you get drawn to help develop your mind, maybe a course that you want to go on, or maybe somebody that you want to work with. And your soul, you might meet a soulmate, you might meet a soul sister, you might just be drawn, listening to your intuition more. And I think that is our true selves will take us to magical places. So I think personal development is a huge subject, and it's what I've spoken about, or it's what I've learned about mainly for years. It's actually, I'm writing a memoir of my cancer journey, but mainly the gist of it is that I trained every day of my life to beat cancer. And that sounds really heavy, but it's a memoir of my journey, but also how I believed I trained to beat it, and how I learned about getting my body strong, how I learned about getting my mind strong, and how I learned about connecting to my spirit ultimately helped me get out of it get through cancer in the best possible way. which is why I believe it's so important. But then, like, that aside, we can live a really exciting life. Like, we could, those goals that we're setting, just believe, like, they're coming for you. Like, you can have them. What is for us will come to us. I think this is another important part of spirituality and personal development, is that if you're striving for a goal and you don't reach it. Say you want to hit £1 million by the end of February and you don't reach it. That's because something better's coming for you. And it could be a lesson, it could be a journey, it could be just something that you need. Like, trusting that is the case is also really freeing, and just really excited knowing that you don't have to control it all. You don't have to. We can do the personal development. We can connect more to our spirit. We can connect more to our body. We can connect more to our mind. But actually, we don't have to control everything. And if we look at life that we're here to have fun, I think that is, just what a magical way to live life. So some personal development books that I would like to recommend to you are The Secret. I've already spoken about that. It's just a really good starting point. I'm so grateful that I started with this. A coach of mine said, you should read The Secret. I was having real bad money troubles and he said, read The Secret. And it just opened my mind to what was actually possible. Everyone believes it, that's fine, but there's so much scientific proof to back it up that, maybe open your mind a bit. The Secret. And then a good follow-on from that is The Feeling is the Secret by Neville Goddard. A really good friend of mine recommended I read this, and it's like the secret to the secret. And it's all about how you feel. It's all about your energy, and like energy and what you bring into life. And if you want to learn more about energy and how you can change your energy, Joe Dispenza, this guy helped me beat cancer by changing my energy, changing my frequency. He's made me believe in myself more. And it's all science. Joe Dispenza bridges the gap between science and spirituality, and it is fascinating. Really good book. He's got loads of books. They take some reading because unless you are scientific, then maybe a bit easier. Another one I've just finished is The Science of Getting Rich, which was written before Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Amazing book, as is Think and Grow Rich. Again, they're all about knowing that it's all possible for you. There are infinite possibilities, and we can attract them with our quantum field and our energy and our frequency, because we are just energetic beings. Another way that you can connect to your energy and your spirit is by meditation. I meditate for an hour every morning at the moment, and I also in an evening do a meditation that will help rewire my brain, so more of a guided meditation. And at the moment I'm doing Joe Dispenza's, and he has so many. There are ones to help your body, there are ones to help you with abundance, there are ones to help you believe in yourself and love yourself and find joy. So many meditations on YouTube as well. I can't sing the praises of meditation highly enough. Yoga is a form of meditation. Walking is a form of meditation. It can be, if you can. Meditation means focusing on one thing. So take that what you will, and maybe there's a meditation practice that will work for you. I know not sitting quietly and still doesn't work for everybody. It does for me, and I love it. And I love the feeling of when I get up, because I've been meditating for a little while and my meditation practice is just getting stronger and stronger, I can sit down and go into a higher frequency straight away, which is a phenomenal feeling. And then something else that rewire your brain. Now this is neuroplasticity, neuroscience and epigenetics and stuff like this, which is the quantum physics stuff, which is fascinating. Maybe I'll do a video on that soon, because that is like a whole other kettle of fish. It takes personal development to the next level. It's not just, it's suddenly personal development doesn't just become about reading books anymore. It is about the scientific backing behind how we improve our lives. And if you believe that we are guided and we are all one, like, your life will... No, I'm not telling you what to believe, but I believe that we're all guided and that we are all one. And this is actually, like, this thought actually originates from, like, Hindu religion a long time ago, like the beginnings of Hinduism. And we're all connected, and then if you look at scientifics behind that, we actually are all connected because we're all energy. So we're just all energy in a form. And then another really nice thought that I love to have, which really helps me develop myself, is loving everything in your life and having gratitude. Gratitude has got to be one of the biggest personal development tools out there, because if you're great, what you are grateful for and what you will attract more of into your life. So, and what you think about, you will attract more of into your life. If you think about what you're grateful for, you're going to get more stuff that you're happy about. So love everything in your life, and that is, and you know, it'll just make you happier. So yeah, there is my little spiel about personal development. I really think it is one of the fundamentals of living a happy and fulfilled life, and I want to tell the world that they can, because it is so possible. It is all possible. And yeah, so go out and train yourself today to live a better tomorrow, and you know, just good luck, and I love you, and thank you. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you think that you know somebody who like might want to learn a bit more about personal development, maybe throw them this video and share it with them, and don't throw the video, don't throw the phone, but share this video with them. You might be able to really help them. And also, if you want to work with me one-on-one, you can. All the details are in the description below of how you can get in touch with me. I am offering one-on-one coaching sessions at the moment. So have a beautiful day, and go and live your best life.